Wait, maybe see. Go right ahead. Yeah. Go right ahead. Have a seat.
Good morning. As we gather for this moment of celebration and transition, let us pause together in reflection and gratitude. Today, our graduates have walked through the doors of the Click Center once again, the same doors they first entered on registration day as a new student. On that day, many carried excitement, uncertainty, hope, anxiety, determination, or perhaps a combination of all of these. They came as students preparing to begin a journey of purpose. Today, they walk through those doors transformed. Along the way, they discovered strengths they did not yet know they possessed. They learned to navigate the challenges, advocate for themselves, support one another, and persist through moments that tested their confidence. They built friendships, found mentors, developed independence, and grew not only academically, but personally and emotionally as well. And just as our graduates have changed, so too have the parents, families, friends, and supporters who have walked beside them. You also began this journey years ago carrying hope, questions, pride, and perhaps worry about what lay ahead. You trusted this community and your students to grow into what they were meant to become. Today, you see the result of that courage and trust. May we all take a moment to honor not only the achievement represented by a diploma, but the resilience, compassion, perseverance, and growth that made this day possible. May our graduates leave here with confidence in their abilities, humility in their successes, and compassion for others. May they continue to seek purpose, create belonging, and carry forward the values and relationships that shaped them here. And may all of us leave today grateful for the journey, for this community, and for the promise that still lies ahead. It is now my pleasure to introduce the president of Landmark College, Dr. Jim DeLugos.
Good morning. On behalf of the entire Landmark College community, our students, faculty, staff, trustees, and alumni, I welcome you to this special day when we gather together to acknowledge and celebrate your accomplishments as graduates of Landmark College. As we gathered this morning, you may have noticed the flag in front of the Click Center flying at half-mast. I want to take a moment to share why. Last Monday, we learned of the passing of Charles Strout, better known to many members of the Landmark family as Chuck. Chuck was one of the founding visionaries of Landmark College alongside Dr. Charles Drake. He served as the founding chair of the Board of Trustees. Chuck's leadership, dedication, and belief in the mission of Landmark helped shape this institution from its earliest days into the transformative college it is today. Chuck and his wife Nan were both deeply committed members of the Landmark community and served the college with extraordinary generosity and care. After retiring from the board in 2006, Chuck was named Chair Emeritus in recognition of his years of devoted leadership and service. His passion for the college was evident in everything he did. He and Nan supported Landmark and our students in countless ways over the years. The college was also very personal to Chuck and his family, as his son, Charlie, was one of the pioneer alumni who attended Landmark in the very early days. Chuck's legacy will live on through the thousands of students whose lives have been changed because of the opportunities Landmark College provides. You are among those students, and while you each have your own Landmark experience and your own Landmark story, many of which we'll hear a little later this morning, you also have a collective story, a story that is continuing to be written. Days like today are communal celebrations as well as individual ones. Today, everywhere around us, we hear, see, and read about the growing presence of artificial intelligence, or AI, in the world. Many people believe that AI will change the world, but just how is still very unclear. Some are filled with excitement, others are fearful, but all agree that change is coming, as change always has. Many of these stories focus on how AI's growing use in the workplace will change the nature of work and what these changes might mean for workers, and especially at this time of year, college graduates about to enter the workforce. In general, the news does not appear to be good. What have been understood as entry-level jobs are disappearing at a tremendous rate as their functions are being replaced by various AI engines. But I'd like to invite us to think about this in a somewhat different way. I want to suggest that those entry-level jobs were nothing more than an extension of the traditional systems of education that teach people to do what has already been done, to color inside the lines, to conform to dominant expectations. The kind of educational systems that, we know, do not serve neurodivergent people very well. Maureen Dunn, a cognitive scientist and expert on neurodiversity, has observed that, quote, neurodivergence broadly correlates with atypical cognitive strategies, including evidence of less cognitive bias and groupthink, particularly among autistic people. While support needs may vary among and within the neurodivergent population, there is also evidence of increased prevalence of lateral thinking, generally increased access to non-traditional solution pathways, creative problem solving, and other atypical approaches to perceiving and thinking about the surrounding world and its challenges and opportunities. That's a very fancy way of saying we think differently. We learn differently. These are the characteristics that you have been nurturing and developing during your time at Landmark. Dunn continued, as we blaze ever faster toward a world inextricably entwined with the incorporation of artificial intelligence, these properties, lateral thinking, intuitive insight, inductive leaps of creativity, resistance to manipulation or social pressure, will become increasingly important because they represent pathways of thought capable of being complementary to those produced by AI systems, which are inescapably chained to linear progressions of reason. The world looks brighter every day. These strengths, the strengths of neurodivergent people, your strengths, are gifts you bring to a world whose future outlines are still emerging. You, as we all do, have an important role to play in shaping that world. Today, you are about to take the next steps on your journeys. We know that you are ready, individually and collectively, to make the kind of difference you made here in the worlds in front of you. We stand in admiration of what you have accomplished on your journeys to this point. We honor your commitment and your courage, and we are inspired by your hope. And as you move forward, do so with the assurance that we will always be here to support you on your journeys and to listen to and celebrate the stories of how you, in ways both big and small, are making the world a better place for everyone. Congratulations, and thank you.
The Landmark College Community Service Award is given to a student or students who unselfishly give of themselves to the activities of Landmark College or the greater area community. And today, I am honored to present this award to two students. The first recipient is Foster Eddy. Foster, through the many roles you have held on campus in residential life, the Stonewall Center, as a new student orientation leader, and campus ambassador, you have elevated our community and all of those within it. What makes your contribution extraordinary is not simply what you have done, but how you have done it. With humility, compassion, integrity, and a belief in the dignity and potential of every person you encounter. Your example has inspired others to participate, to care more deeply, and to recognize that service is not an obligation, but an expression of humanity and connection. We have no doubt that you will carry these traits on as you move forward from today into a career in the sciences. Congratulations and thank you. Our second recipient today is Naila Quayle Parker. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
You're going to
it.
stay right there.
Oh, I'm going to stay here.
Okay. Naila, I cannot think of a corner of the Landmark College community that you have not influenced during your time on campus. From residential life, the CDI, LC Voices, as a campus ambassador, you have spent much time in dedication and service to others. But true service is not measured simply by the hours volunteered or tasks completed. It is measured by the lives uplifted, the burdens lightened, and the sense of belonging created for others. Through quiet consistency, genuine care, and an unwavering willingness to show up when needed the most, you have strengthened not only individuals, but the very fabric of our community. Thank you and congratulations. Good job. It's now my honor to introduce Dr. Carrie College, Vice President for Academic Affairs.
The Academic Dean's Awards are given to students who have demonstrated qualities that define academic success at Landmark College: hard work, a serious approach to learning, intellectual development, and measurable achievement such as grades. This semester, we identified two students who distinguished themselves and were worthy recipients of this recognition. The first Dean's Award goes to a student who has earned his associate degree in general studies. His professors commented on his self-advocacy and communication skills, as well as his full engagement and insightful and eloquent contributions to discussions. His work is consistently interesting and top-notch, reflecting his strong critical thinking skills. His instructors have enjoyed not only teaching him, but also learning from him. In addition, he is described as a thoughtful, generous, enthusiastic, respectful, and as someone with a strong leadership potential. After graduation, he intends to pursue a career as a professional live streamer. It is my honor to present the Dean's Award to Oliver Clark. The second Dean's Award is given to a student attending online today and earning a bachelor's degree in psychology. When described by his professors, a common theme that emerges is this student's positive influence on his classmates and others around him. Incisive and perceptive, he has brought life experiences and passion for learning to his classes, along with an unwavering commitment to transformative justice, equity, and fairness. He understands the inherent value in people and chooses to earn a degree that could take back into the world and use to support students who need it most. He plans to earn further certification and work in education in a non-traditional setting. As one professor put it, this student is the best of who we are at Landmark. I am honored to present this award to Nat Lauder. Congratulations, Nat. It is my pleasure to introduce the Vice President for Neurodiversity Research and Innovation, Dr. Adam Layler.
Good morning. And certainly, above all else, congratulations, graduates. The Landmark College Undergraduate Student Research Award is presented to one or more graduating students each semester at commencement. Eligibility is based on active engagement in a research project under the supervision of a faculty and/or staff member for at least one semester. Research-based projects can be from any discipline, and awardees are determined by an interdisciplinary committee of faculty, staff, and administrators who review applications and nominations for the award. The recipient of this graduation's Landmark College Undergraduate Research Award is Anastasia Bonhomme. Stasi has been engaged in research at Landmark College under the mentorship of professors Kim Coleman and Rebecca Mattey. In his research, Stasi created an interactive game to study and teach about the spread of plague. The project included a comprehensive literature review, game development, collaboration with computer science majors, and planning to reduce cognitive load for gameplay. Recently, Stasi has been conducting tests to further refine this game. Clearly, he understands the research on game-based learning and its power to improve engagement in the classroom. Please join me in congratulating Anastasia. Congratulations. Yep, you're good. It is my pleasure to invite President DeLugos back to the podium.
The Charles Drake Award is awarded to a student who has inspired the Landmark College community by his or her personal qualities. The student is not a quitter, but rather one who lives in the tradition of Dr. Charles Drake, whose lifetime of vision and courage helped to found the college. This is a student who gives 100%, who goes the extra mile, and who perseveres in the pursuit of goals. This student helps the rest of us realize that we have more resources to draw upon than we think, and helps keep us going when we feel discouraged. My pleasure to present this year's Charles Drake Award to Fiona Mann. like to share the words of someone who's worked closely with Fiona during her time at Landmark. Fiona has made meaningful contributions to the LC community through her work in Res Life and other student work leadership positions. She is committed to supporting those around her and consistently approaches her responsibilities with dedication. When a task needs to get done, Fiona is on it. In Res Life specifically, she strengthened our community by implementing a weekly cooking class program that addresses student needs in a fun, practical way, providing valuable life skills while fostering connection and engagement. Chumley Bridges plans to continue these initiatives even after she graduates. Please join me in congratulating Fiona. The President's Award is given to the student who has best exemplified the principles we believe in here at Landmark College. This student is talented and energetic, meets difficulties head-on, works hard, and is dedicated to studies. On the other hand, this student also finds time to contribute to the well-being of other persons and to the life of the Landmark College community as a whole. It's my great pleasure to present the President's Award to Anastasio Bonhomme. You may not know this, but Anastasio loves attention. You've already heard from Adam about Anastasio's research capacity and skill, but there is, of course, another side to everyone, and Anastasio has demonstrated during his time here an awareness of sensitivity to the needs of others and a willingness to help whenever and wherever he can. His impact in the future will be tremendous, and so we're pleased to have you be this spring's President's Award recipient. Thank you, Anastasio.
Part you've all been waiting for, the conferring of degrees. Upon the recommendation of the faculty in the School of Liberal Studies and the Arts, the following individuals have met the requirements for the Associate of Arts in General Studies. India Austin, Phi Theta Kappa. Jonathan Brookhartz.
Thank you. I'd like to say thank you to my parents for their unwavering support and belief in me and devotion to us. I'd like to thank my girlfriend and her family for coming out here. It's awesome. I'd like to thank the Home Depot and my fellow associates for giving me such an awesome job. And most importantly, I'd like to take the time to recognize my best friend and lifelong friend, Benjamin Wellner. He's also, to me, my Jedi Master, and unfortunately, he did not have the chance to grow old enough to stand up here at a graduation. And so I'd really like to take the time to appreciate him and his memory. He taught me a lot about my devotion to my friends and compassion towards others. Thank you.
Nicholas Sacconi. Stefano Ciprioni.
Thanks.
Oliver Clark, Phi Theta Kappa.
For most of my adult life, the thought of even attempting higher education was terrifying, as chronic illness has wreaked havoc on my early adult years. I'm proud to stand here today in spite of those hurdles, having achieved that of which couldn't have fathomed all those years ago. To the former student and the faculty that encouraged me to give Landmark a shot, thank you. Because it really is different. I'm the first in my family to receive a college degree, something my dad wanted all of his kids to accomplish. I'm very proud to live up to his expectations. I know in my heart that he would be extremely proud of seeing me in this cap and gown. Sorry. Jeez. It truly is hard to put into words how grateful I am to be able to be here on this stage today. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, Landmark, for helping me pave my path forward.
Addison Copeland, with honors, Phi Theta Kappa.
I just wanted to thank my family, my friends, and my advisor for all supporting and believing in me throughout my academic journey here at Landmark College.
Colin Ebding. Joshua Feldman.
I want to thank all my family and friends, and go Landmark Sharks baseball in the future.
William Felsman. Erica Gudabano. Thomas Hall. Naomi Hill, with honors, Phi Theta Kappa. Robin Culp.
Thank you to all the people who care about making this a better place here, the staff and student leaders and dogs, and thank you, my family. I love you, everybody. Peace.
Henry Cavatin.
I prepared a little speech. First, I'd like to thank my family and friends and fellow coworkers who believed in me in all these years. I'll continue to go forward in life.
Quentin LaHoulier.
Well, I guess I should thank my family. I really couldn't have gotten this far without them. And all the people that supported me. Thank you.
Soph Lysak.
I'd like to thank Landmark College for helping support me and meet my needs. I have developed my independence during my time at Landmark. I am appreciative for all the friends I've met on my way, as well as my teachers. I would also like to share appreciation for my parents for supporting me throughout my journey and loving me unconditionally.
Kodiak Ormeston.
Hello. Congratulations for trying, at least at my last name. It's always so fun to see different pronunciations. The Scottish. Anyway, sorry. So, I prepared a little speech. Hello, I'm Kodiak Ormiston. I am technically the unofficial service cat of my friends and family, sort of. A little known fact. 1 in every 10 sharks have gotten their fins chopped off worldwide for fin stew. 1 in every 10 kids have voiced their concerns and were dismissed. The teachers from who I am enjoyed learning has built my sea enclosure to help me move forward and has made it not look like a cement wall. To advocate, I had to fight through crabs, jellyfish, and the occasional rat. Sharks only eat us to spit us back out like the cafeteria food. I know they're trying. There we go. The occasional food poisoning was always a fun journey, and trying to study late night at the Drake Center. But my friends and teachers helped me meet new people and found a new family within TK's services and ACC, and occasionally snatching from the queer closet, because that's always fun. And with those people, they helped me got out of the fisher's net that have trapped me. And I want to leave you with one thing, and the motto from here, the North Tapes, and I added a little spin, but quando mentidi son, to know when someone has been lied to. Thank you for your time.
Jack Phillips. Leif Rosvig.
I've been told to keep it brief, so let's see how brief I can keep it. I first came to Landmark before COVID existed, to give you some perspective, unlike most of these students. I was a diligent student turned complacent, and then the pandemic happened, so I just couldn't do it. So after 5 years of doing odd jobs and living in overseas communes, it was time to come back, finish what I started. So I'd like to give a couple of extra special thank yous for this random pit stop that turned into 1 semester to finally get my degree. Can you believe I left just before getting it? I can. My first thank you goes to Dr. Adrian Major for helping me pass research and analysis after about 3 failures and nourishing my ability not only to write, but helping me with my greatest difficulty of consistency in organization. I literally would not have passed without your help, so thank you very much, Dr. Major. The second person I'd like to thank is by breaking patient-client confidentiality by thanking my therapist, who's extraordinary, Brielle, who kept me out of the pits of darkness in my mind, kept me focused on my journey of getting a degree, and taught me to embrace self-kindness no matter how clunky I might be at doing so. And And finally, I'd like to give an extra special thank you to my unwavering advisor, Eve Kahn, who stuck with me throughout all the years. Even though I was the first student to drop her and make her cry, I'm very sorry, Eve. To me very sheepishly writing her an apology years later and reconnecting, to finally meeting again face to face, and she took me back in open arms all the way to graduation. It speaks to her warmth and dedication as a person. And how fitting we're both ending our Landmark journeys this semester. I like to imagine that she waited for me to finish what I'd started. Thank you, Eve. Thank you, Mom, Dad, and my brother Flynn, and thank you, Landmark.
Charlotte Rosenthal.
Thank you to my family, friends, and my girlfriend Maya, who's watching this live stream right now. My friend Eli, Zoe, and all the other people I've met during my time here. I'm excited to go to Montclair State University in the fall. Thank you.
Laura Sachter with honors. Noah Stanger. Jacob Stefanik with honors in Phi Theta Kappa.
Hey, how's it going? First of all, I'd like to thank my mother. She's the kindest, most wonderful, strongest, most consistent woman ever. Sorry. But I'd also like to thank the rest of my family. My brother, he's wonderful. My girlfriend, if you know her, she's great. And yeah, I'd also like to thank the greater Landmark community. You guys are all awesome, especially the guys, people behind me. If you don't see it, I see it. I think you all are really great people. It's a wonderful community, and I'm really proud to be a part of it. And I hope you all have a wonderful summer and rest of your lives.
Callie Tulls. Patrick Toole.
What was that? I'd like to thank my parents and also thank my favorite baseball team, the Baltimore Orioles, for being way better than their terrible and disgusting Boston Red Sox.
Spencer Welsh. The following individuals have met the requirements for the Associate of Arts in Liberal Studies. Alexandra Deutsch. Eliza Gilpin with honors, Phi Theta Kappa.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for coming. I would like to quickly thank the people who have helped me get to the stage today. First, thank you to my therapist, Heather. I would not be at Landmark without you, and I cannot express how grateful I am that you pushed me to go to the Fall 2024 open house over a year ago and gave me the confidence to pursue full-time education again. Thank you to my incredible family, my mother and sister, for being my lighthouse, always illuminating the path forward, even when I thought only darkness lay ahead. Thank you to my best friend Claudia and my boyfriend Jaden. You have shown me support and love I never imagined I would experience outside of my family, and I feel beyond fortunate to have you both in my life. Thank you to the incredible professors who have helped me believe in myself academically again, specifically Dr. Ware and Cole Denniston. And thank you to my wonderful advisor, Lennox. You have always met me with encouragement through tough, trying times, and I will always be thankful for your guidance. Finally, to everyone who has believed in me and helped me move onward when I believed I was destined to fall behind, thank you.
Charlotte Graham. Ethan Lofgren.
Wow, time flies, huh? I want to thank every professor I've ever had here who I've had a class with. You have all helped me expand my knowledge. In particular, Eric Romberg, Denise Birchstead, Rich Grumbine, and Sue Vincent. When I have a job in conservation in several years, I remember each of you, I promise. My advisor of 2 years, Jeremy Holtz, thank you for being such a great listener. All of my awesome friends I've made who have been along for the ride with me. And of course, my loving family. My great father who initially brought this college to my radar and started my journey. My dear mother who I'm fairly certain is tearing up as I speak. And last but not least, my older brother who from the very beginning cheered for me the loudest. Thank you, Landmark, for everything. I will always remember my time here, and it was an honor to be a part of this pack. Go Blue Sharks!
Glenn McCormick, Phi Theta Kappa. Zach Ramsey.
Hey everyone, I just want to thank my family who's here today for always supporting me here, the friends I've made along the way here, the different professors I've had, my girlfriend who I met here at this college, and to my awesome advisor, Suzanne Clark, who definitely was a big part of getting me through this. Thank you all.
Lizzie Rosado, Phi Theta Kappa. Participating online, Sophia Michelle Walmer. The following individuals have met the requirements for the Associate of Science in Biology. Forrest Cashow. We're going back. We're testing, see if you're paying attention.
Good job, though.
Good morning, everyone. I am terrible at public speaking, so I'll make this brief. I think it's important to say thank you to my friends, my family, my girlfriend, my professors, and the faculty and staff that made my journey possible. And thank you again, and supported me to help me on my journey through to this achievement. Congrats to all the graduating class. I can't wait to see what we do with the next chapter of our lives.
Pastor Eddie with honors Phi Theta Kappa.
All right, now I would like to begin with a short speech that I prepared. I'd like to begin by thanking my family, whose unwavering love and affection has supported me through my highs and my many lows throughout my academic career. And I'd also like to thank the professors I've had here at Landmark, as well as the staff members who have not only supported my learning, but also nurtured my growth as an individual. Last but not least, I would like to thank my brother, William Eddy, who's been my poncho to my lefty, the Keekweg to my Ishmael, and although we are about 3,000 miles apart, our bond remains unbroken and is unwavering. Thank you.
Ari Weinshanker.
Firstly, I want to thank my family for always pushing me forward, even when I fight them tooth and nail on it. Thank you to my friends, both old and new, for being consistent sources of joy, encouragement, and ad hoc therapy. Thank you to all of my professors here at Landmark who have helped guide me to where I am now and for putting up with my chronic lateness. I want to specifically thank Professors Rebecca Maddie, Kristen Monroe, and Eric Romberg, and the rest of the AIE STEM Close cohort for giving me the courage and drive to smash open my shell and try new things, and for being the reason I changed my mind about transferring away from here twice. Thank you to my advisor, Lennox Scott, for being my rock here on campus, for being so great to chat with, and for being an all-around fabulous person and advisor in general. And finally, I want to thank my boyfriend, James Evans, who is watching this all the way from across the pond in merry old England, for his endless love, care, and support, and for bringing so much joy and light to my life. Thank you.
And participating online, Ben Tozier. The following individuals have met the requirements for the Associate of Science in Computer Science: Coleman Von Gart. Griffin Foldiak. Xander Pacheco. Kaveh Zamiri.
Okay. Now that I've completed the Associates League, I would like to thank my friends, family, my professors, my advisor, social pragmatics, and my counselors that helped me along the way, even through the toughest times, my father included, while he is watching over me. The most important message that I learned throughout my experience is that a perfection mindset
can throw you off guard, and that includes video games too. My journey in Landmark is still not over, as my bachelors await like it's the Lost Levels.
Participating online, Brian Martin. The following individuals have met the requirements for the Bachelor of Arts in Communication and Entrepreneurial Leadership. J.J. Davis with honors, Phi Theta Kappa, Golden Key.
Hi. I'll make sure to keep this short and sweet, like a Sabrina Carpenter record. I'd like to thank my parents for being here, my twin brother and little brother for being here. I'd like to thank my friends at Landmark College, where we went out every Sunday and watched movies and discussed it. I'd like to thank my advisor, Jenna, for all the times we've met. And I'd like to thank my professors for the time we've had office hours together. Those were very nice. And finally, as I graduate, I keep going back to what my professor Brandon is telling me. I'm anxious about graduating, but it's also going to be very freeing. That freedom is very interesting right now. I'd like to thank you all for coming.
Saleh Dekadik.
Hello. All right. So first of all, I want to thank everyone for the great moments I had, the time in helping me put out the effort throughout Landmark and where I am today. I would like to thank all my professors, classmates, friends, teammates, my academic advisor, Ms. Heather Simpson, and Mr. Eric Millman. And also, I want to give a big shout out to Coach Mark Thurman, who taught me what persistency is all about throughout the basketball season of 6 semesters, regardless of the teams we were facing, and always keeping my head up, so thank you for that. And I would like to thank my family, including both my older sisters and my parents, especially my mom, whose birthday is about to start tomorrow, who told me that the greatest gift she could receive is to see her son graduating, which was completely heartwarming to hear. So yeah, thank you all very much. God bless. Thank you.
Calvin Jordan, Phi Theta Kappa, Golden Key.
So when I first came here to Landmark, to say the least, I didn't exactly hit the roommate lottery. And the second time around, I thought things would go better. Unfortunately, they did not. But that all changed in January 2024 when I walked into my bridge on a snowy winter day to see a kid from New York City standing right in the common room, making us all tea. That was Daniel Cabanis. Daniel Cabanis has been an instrumental part to my success here at Landmark College, as finally being a roommate that I felt like I could connect with and talk to, and not be concerned about the way that he would think I felt, and vice versa. So by having Daniel Cabanis as a roommate, not only did my grades reach another level, but I felt like I learned things from a different perspective, from someone who lives in a much different environment than I have, which really opened my eyes to new things. Additionally, I'd like to thank Freddie O'Farrell and Brent Schultz as two of my other roommates who were instrumental in that process. Also, I'd like to thank my parents who are sitting right there, along with my grandmother Mimi. Ever since I was little, she taught me how to do things efficiently. That includes driving. And I wouldn't have been here without the ones who came before. So I'd like to thank my 5th grade teacher, Mark Stein, my high school advisor, Sean Montague, and of course, the professors here at Landmark College. Brandon Doherty, you wouldn't expect a Patriots fan to be thanking a fan of the Bears, but here we are. As well, Eric Matty. He was my professor in communication and the radio program, which I was a part of for every year here. Luke Strasnider in photography, and of course, Eric and Daisy Millman, who taught me throughout the entire time that I was here. So I appreciate everyone's support, and that's all. Thank you.
Charles Karwowski.
All right, I'll keep this quicker than the Maple Leafs cold streak. So, after graduating from high school, I applied to and was accepted to a small college in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. But after about 2 years, it became clear that they didn't have the resources or support I needed to succeed. At that point, I thought that graduating from college would not be possible. Growing up in the Midwest, I never thought attending a school in the East Coast would be realistic, let alone ending up in Vermont. Not a big fan of their pizza, if I'm going to be honest. But that summer, I attended Landmark College's Summer Bridge program here at Landmark College. From that moment I stepped on campus, I knew that this was where I belonged. I never thought I'd have a radio show. I never thought that I'd host it weekly. I never thought that I would end up serving as a program director as well as a station manager for WLMC The Fin. Along the way, I was recognized for my work nationally, something I did not think I could have done without the support of people like Catherine Brogan and Owen Lucas, this century, by the way. And while attending college in Vermont, it felt like a huge step. I never thought that studying abroad would be a possibility, but here I am, excited to share that I've studied in both London and Japan. And finally, I never thought that on a beautiful Saturday morning here in Putney, Vermont, that I would be standing before you, able to say with confidence that I, Charles David Karwowski, am a college graduate. Thank you.
Ethan Lyles.
To my family who is here this morning, thank you. To my girlfriend who is here, thank you. To my professors, to advisors, mentors, coaches, thank you. To my classmates, I wish I could embrace every one of you right now. I love you all. I think you will all make excellent leaders. Congratulations. Thank you.
Felix Mann, Phi Theta Kappa, Golden Key.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. When I first walked through the doors of Landmark College, I had no idea what my future here would look like. 4 years later, I can look back and say I had an absolute blast. I want to say a heartfelt thank you to my family and friends for standing by me through every moment of this journey. To my professors, advisors, and classmates, thank you for the laughter, the lessons, and the memories. Thank you for letting me be part of your lives over these 4 years and for helping me grow. I will carry Landmark's lessons forward. Thank you, Landmark, for teaching me not just that I could do hard things, but that what once felt impossible can become part of who we are. And to the families sitting here, the ones who reminded all of us on the hardest days to keep going, you carried belief for us when we couldn't always carry it for ourselves. This moment belongs to you too, because when we trust the process, stay consistent, and refuse to give up on ourselves, those hard things don't just get easier, they become proof of how far we've come and how far we're capable of going. Thank you again, Landmark community. Yes. Thank you so much.
Anthony McKinney.
I would like to thank the staff and my family for supporting me over the years here at Landmark. Thank you.
Naila Quayle Parker.
Hi. Well, first I want to say thank you to all the people who didn't do speeches because I'm going to steal a little bit of your time, if that's okay. Okay. I will say the speech has been cut down quite a bit because it was almost up this aisle. But hello, so I'll try to make this quick so I'm not talking for 42 minutes. But when I first started here at Landmark, I thought that it was going to be like every other academic experience that I've had. I didn't know what I'd do, who I'd meet, or who I'd become. Now I can safely say that the changes that happened to me were only for the better. Landmark College was the first place that not only accommodated my neurodiversities, but also didn't make me feel like a burden for having them. I learned so much about myself and my passions, and that's all thanks to the wonderful people that I have not only met here, but supported me throughout my journey. I have a lot of people to thank, so everybody bear with me. So I quickly would like to thank my grandmother, Sandra Quayle, my grandfather, Victor Quayle, my Aunt Stacy and Uncle Kamani, Layla and Cameron, of course, my rocks, love you guys so much, my dad and my sister. I wouldn't have made it without my besties on and off campus, so Vermise Barramon, love you so much, Chelsea, Jada, Hannah, and then my on-campus friends that made this experience all the much better, Maddie Perkins, Dakota Huff, Simone Stevenson, Caroline Bolton, Sopna Atkinson, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your last name wrong, girl, you know I love you, and even my guy friends, if you know, that's a big step for me to shout out my guy friends if you know me personally. I have a lot of faculty to thank. I just want to say thank you to the faculty that's been on my side and made my journey here special. So Marina Welthington, Brandy and Nellie from the Drake Center, Professor Baker, Jerry, Daisy Millman, Cole Dennison, Solveig, Trisha Stanley, Yasmin Show, Nicole, and all the amazing RDs, our amazing librarians, even I love the fireside staff, Daniel, Nick, and Meg. Thank you for always having my raps together. Jeff Hewitt. And of course, I can't forget Erica and Sydney, Brian Murphy, and Mike Stefanowitz, Luciani, and Craig Marcus. But most of all, I just have two people that I have to single-handedly say saved my life. First is Jeff Hawkinson, who sat with me every week for 3 years and listened to me complain about God knows what. And with that, he provided clarity, structure, and a feeling of understanding. And last but not least, Mark Thurman. Without that first Zoom call back in 2021, where I met Mark and found out about CDI, I'm not sure if I ever would have come to Landmark. But from that day, Mark provided me and many other students a sense of belonging that so many of us look for, and here I finally found it. So I just want to say thank you all for coming. I love Landmark, and I hope that it continues to support the students just like they have with me. Thank you. Hi. Thank you.
Maddie Robson.
I've been waiting a long time to say this. 5 years ago, when I first stepped through Landmark, I didn't know what to expect. And life was a challenge for me, but that didn't stop me from learning. Through all the years I learned at Landmark, through every challenge life threw at me, I managed to make it through, and I made a lot of good friends and fellow teachers along the way. And I want to thank my friends who led me to this journey, as well as my family, and Eric Maddie, who has helped me get me on the path to where I am now. And my journey at Landmark is over, but Since I'm no longer a shark, I'm going to be a full sail plane, since I'll be going up full sail soon. But you know what? Even though it's the end of my journey here at Landmark, there are many other steps ahead, and I want to say thank you. Thank you to Landmark College.
Claudia Van Gessel, Phi Theta Kappa, Golden Key. The following individuals have met the requirements for the Bachelor of Arts in History. Chris Archuleta, dual major with Liberal Studies with honors.
I would like to say thank you to my family for making me come here. And then, and then I would like to thank all the professors I've had. It's been a real blast with them. I would also like to thank my advisors. And then I would also like to thank some certain people for coming, and even though this is graduation, it's not goodbye. It's like a see everybody later. I love all you guys and congratulations. Thank you all.
Kavena McBurnett. Ian McQuarrie.
Thank you to my family for their endless support, to my advisor, Professor Baker, for his invaluable assistance and guidance as I finish my degree, and thank you to my friends, especially Christiana, Elias, and Kavena, for without you, I would not be here.
The following individuals have met the requirements for their Bachelor of Arts in Integrated Arts. Catherine Brogan.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. I just want to say I've had a lot of great memories throughout my time at Landmark, including making some of my best friends through WMC radio and my art classes. I have lots to be proud of for doing an internship and pushing myself really hard through academics. I've also grown up as an artist with my capstone and all throughout my art classes. I want to take a moment to thank all my professors, including Pamela Pye, Megan Straight, and Cole Dennison, and all of the staff and faculty in the room for being part of my journey and to deal with me. I also want to personally thank my faculty advisor, Luke Stroh-Snyder, who is the best advisor, by the way, I might add, and helped me academically and is also my friend. Also, thanks to the art department for being with me throughout my 4 whole years and helped me every step of the way and becoming my second family. I also want to thank my family for being the best supporters, not only for my artwork, but supporting with me with everything. Landmark College, you have made everyone my second family and my second home for the last 4 years. Landmark, I will see you whenever I come back. Thank you, everyone.
Christopher Gurr.
Thank you.
Emily Lighthall.
Hello there, everyone. I wanted to say that I'm so thankful for all the friends I've made here at Landmark College. Meeting you has been one of the best things that has ever happened to me. I also want to thank everyone who has supported me, because you've helped me become the person who I am today. I wouldn't be here if my parents hadn't fought so hard for me. I can't wait to see where life takes me, and as I always say, goodbye for now.
Chloe Lindsay. Macy Shellberg with honors, Phi Beta Kappa.
Okay, I'm going to try to get through this without crying, but I know I'm going to fail miserably. Thank you, Chris. Good morning, everyone. I'll start by admitting something. I was not always the most organized, on time, or stress-free student. In fact, my academic strategy could generously be described as hope for the best, panic accordingly. So, if you're surprised I made it here, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am beyond surprised that I was able to make it this far. I'm gonna say these people for last because I know I'm gonna start crying when I mention these people. I wanna thank my friends. Thank you for the laughs, the chaos, the shared procrastination, and for collectively convincing ourselves that starting an assignment at midnight was plenty of time. We truly mastered the art of doing everything except the thing we were supposed to be doing. To all the faculty and staff, especially the Fine Arts Department, thank you guys so much for being a part of my journey. When I first came here, my parents will happily admit this to you guys, I was shy. I was extremely shy, and honestly, this college has really shaped who I am. I stepped out of my shell a lot through radio, through theater, through choir. I want to thank my boyfriend who's here today. Thank you for supporting me through every stressful moment, for listening to me vent, even when I was dramatic about deadlines, and for always reminding me to believe in myself when I doubted myself. Your encouragement, patience, and love meant more than I could put into words, and I truly could not have done this without you. And finally, to my to my family. Thank you guys so much for the support, for everything that you guys have done, especially a lot of times where I doubted if I actually chose the right major. Through every stressful call, through every moment of relapse, I could not have done this without you guys, and especially to my friends, because they have put up with a lot of my antics, especially when I'm gonna call myself out for this, and when I'm hyped up on caffeine, they have especially been nonstop supportive. I'm gonna miss you guys, and thank you guys so much.
The following individuals have met the requirements for the Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Studies. Harry Blankenship.
I'll do my best to keep this short and sweet. I'd like to thank my family, my professors, my advisors, and all the friends I have made over the past few years. This college has helped me to grow not only as a student, but also as a human being. Lots of guys say their college years are the best of their lives, and I'm definitely one of them. See you out there, Landmark.
Aesop Block.
Okay, so first of all, thanks, Mom. If you didn't sign me up here, I probably would never be up here right now. And I am, quite honestly, incredibly glad that I'm here and that I met all of you. Everyone that I've been in classes with and everyone that has taught me, you guys have all been wonderful, and I'm happy. I was happy I'm here. I had a great time. So stay stealthy, stay healthy, y'all. I'll see you around.
Chris LaVake.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on this extraordinary, beautiful, beautiful day we have outside with the sun shining. I would love to thank everybody that helped me on my journey. My family, including my dad, my mom, and my brother Cameron, my friends and my wonderful professors, including my advisor that I just hugged, Tyler Baker. Tyler, you're Landmark's version of Mr. Feeney, and I really appreciate you teaching us great history. And speaking of that, I want to finish with a quote from Mr. John Lewis, which is, "You are a light, you are the light. Never let anyone, any person, or any force dampen, dim, or diminish your light. Release the need to hate, to harbor division, and the enticement of revenge. Release all bitterness. Hold only love, only peace in your heart, knowing that the battle of good to overcome evil is already won." Congrats to everyone on this stage today, and thank you.
Apollo Miller. Joey Rip. The following individuals have met the requirements for the Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Ava Lapsley.
Thank you. Throughout my time at Landmark, I've had many new experiences and opportunities that I would have never had the courage to do when I was younger. I've held many jobs here and went on 2 study abroad trips that were transformational, but most importantly, I learned to know myself, which is not an easy thing to do or accept. Thanks to Landmark, I've become more comfortable with advocating for myself and for admitting when I'm burned out on schoolwork. Today, I feel truly blessed to graduate, and I want to say thank you to my loving family, friends new and old, my incredible boyfriend, and the supportive faculty and staff who helped me along this amazing journey. Thank you all. I love you so much.
Julia Yeager.
Today, I can look back on my 4 years at Landmark and know that I have achieved so much through perseverance. There were times I thought I couldn't make it, but I kept working, and here I am. I want to thank a bunch of people, but I don't have the time to thank each and every one of you. So the main people I really want to thank are my family, my friends who really, you put up with so much, my goodness. But I love all of you. And the one person who I really want to say thank you to is my sister. She's technically my big sister, but also my twin sister. She's only a minute older. Her name is Melanie, and I love her so much. I can't believe that we're graduating on the same day on different stages. I wish you were here with me right now, but I'm really glad that we're graduating. We're gonna see each other later. Woohoo!
Participating online, Parker Hirsch and Nat Lauder, Phi Theta Kappa, Golden Key. The following individuals have met the requirements for the Bachelor of Science in Biology. Anastasio Bonhomme, Phi Theta Kappa, Golden Key. Kala Lenny.
Hello, I am Kala Lunny, obviously. Wow, okay. But this is a speech I have come off a whim with. Eris ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. It is a quote I have followed for my life religiously. But it also reflects the human condition. We are all blessed with being aware of ourselves, each other, who we influence, and who we choose to become. For what we all want to be and to do in the future is up to ourselves, our actions, and who we are as an individual. To dream is not to dream. It is to think about 1,000 possibilities and even more. And as I would like to say in the great words of King Protozoa, from a novel that I am writing, to bring on a better future is not for oneself, but for the individuals that make a community. We are not something we can be devised by ourselves. We are people. People depend on people. And for that, And for that, we must always look forward, beyond to the point of dawn, for a better future of ourselves and each other. Thank you.
Fiona Mann, with honors, Phi Theta Kappa, Golden Key. Molly Perlmutter, Phi Theta Kappa, Golden Key.
Hello, everyone. I wanted to share a story of resilience, gratitude, and hope. From an early age, I faced medical challenges that shaped my journey. Through every obstacle, my parents never stopped believing me or advocating me in my future. Because of their love and support, I was able to attend learning prep school, continue my education, and now earn my bachelor's degree in biology. My mother, Annette, was the foundation of my success. Although she's no longer with us, her love and strength continue to guide me every day. My father, Marty, has been the source of encouragement, strength, and belief. I am grateful to both of them. I also wanted to thank my professors, especially Kim Coleman, as well as my friends for their support and encouragement during this journey. Along the way, I have discovered my passion for birds, wildlife photography, and conservation. Through every challenge I have learned, we are capable of achieving far more we could have ever imagined.
Ben Upchurch.
Okay, this was an interesting decision of mine. I don't like crowds. However, I would like to take a moment to briefly thank my parents who got me to this point in my life, who started my journey. Thank you so much for putting in care and support to your small child who just really wanted to dig in mud and dirt. I would like to thank my family for providing additional support, but also, more importantly, especially for the first semesters I had here, providing an ear, providing some form of attention and care to someone who very much did not know fully what he was doing at all times. I would also like to thank my friends, both the ones I've made here and the ones that I've made elsewhere. Truly, you are the backbone of my own self and identity. I am forever grateful. I would also like, additionally, to thank my teachers, my advisors. Thank you for teaching me when I was both willing and unwilling to learn. And overall, I would like to thank all of you, and all of you who are here, who are not here, who know that they helped me on this journey, or who do not, because in truth, we are all helped by all of us, and all of us are helped by everyone else.
The following individuals have met the requirements for the Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Owen Lucas, with honors, Phi Theta Kappa, Golden Key.
All right. Love you, Felix. I'd like to start off with something I heard on one of my favorite radio shows of all time, Live Line with Mason. I renamed my toilet Jim instead of John. I thought it was a little old. Plus, people are a lot more impressed when I tell them I go to the gym every morning. I can know Brandon is so disappointed in me right now. He's just going to say, oh, another one for the Owen jar. It has been an incredible 4 years, going from no friends and being indecisive to having best friends and a legacy I can be proud of. If you put the energy in and the time in, it'll pay off. First of all, I'd like to thank my parents, mom and dad, Eric Maddie, the wise man, Eric Stewart, TK for teaching me how to use a chair. All my colleagues in radio, actually, hold that banner loud and proud. Hold it right up. Look right there. That is what we have built the past few years, and I'm more proud of that than anything else. Okay, you didn't need to stand up. Now you're going to use it as a tablecloth again or something. I don't know. And my friends, my OGs, my colleagues in radio, admissions, Jen, Sydney, Erica, including those in social prag too. Thank you, Will, for everything in your glorious, edgy humor. And plus, you were the easiest person in the room to find. Yeah. And lastly, to someone who has changed my world and made this journey worth it, through your care, silliness, and love, you've amazed me. I'm so honored to be your best friend, and I'm forever grateful for you. Je t'aime, Lucy. Je t'aime. Merci beaucoup. My French is a little rusty, so I apologize. Maybe that'll get Montreal a Stanley Cup this year, but we'll see how that goes. Au revoir.
We have to say your name first. We're going to say your name first.
Oh, sorry.
This guy's ready. David Schmidt.
Good morning, family and friends, and my fellow graduates. Standing here today, I'm thinking less about this degree and more about the people that brought me here and helped us. To my classmates, thank you for being the kind of people who share notes for exams, coding until 1 a.m. in the morning, and reminding each other that it's okay to not get a perfect score on every test. And it was more studying, and it was more than knowledge from a textbook. To my family, friends, thank you for all those text messages. You got it. And most of all, I want to say thank you to Professor John Russo. John, you've been my champion. You challenged me. And you helped kind of like correct some of my thinking, but you didn't make me feel small. And you told me it wasn't all about algorithms. It was about connecting our software to humans, to people. And I thank you for that. I'd like to say thank you to my girlfriend, Kimmy, and to Francis, and the rest of my family. And I also like to say thanks to Dr. Drake, whose vision this all started, and I spent numerous hours in the Drake Center. So, thank you.
Sam Spinney.
Good morning. I'd like to thank my friends, my family, and the faculty and staff here at Landmark College, and also my advisor, Karina. Before I came here to Landmark, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do after high school. I didn't know what I wanted to do for a job, if I was going to get my driver's license, if I was going to make it on my own, or if I was going to apply to college. All that changed when my family learned about Landmark College, and when I came here for a campus tour, and I just knew that this was the place where I would start the next chapter in my life. I just remember how happy I was when I got accepted here, and just how nervous and how homesick I felt during my first week of classes. Looking back on the time I've spent here at Landmark these past 5 years, I've grown so much as an individual. I've become more responsible, more open, and more outgoing. And by the way, I've got a great job lined up for this summer. I've got my driver's license in my car up here on campus, and I'm a college graduate. I've made so many memories here at Landmark, and I've made so many friends here that it's really hard to say goodbye to it all, but I'll remember it all. And I think this quote from Superman really sums me up, so I thought I'd end with this. I'm as human as anyone. I love, I get scared, I wake up every morning, and despite not knowing what to do, I put one foot in front of the other, and I try my best, and I try to make the best choices that I can. I screw up all the time, but that is being human. And that is my greatest strength. Thanks again for everything. I'm really going to miss this place. And one last thing, go Sharks.
Zach Van Gelder.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all, whether you're here or not. Landmark College has challenged us all, changed us all, and pushed us farther than we all could have imagined. Today not only reflects on our hard work, but also the support of the people who stood beside us along the way. Thank you to the families, these professors, and classmates. As we move forward in our chapters, I hope we can carry the confidence in ourselves and excitement in the future. Thank you to you all, and thank you to my fellow college, and thank you to my fellow classmates for being incredible peers. Congratulations to the college Landmark class of 2026. We did it.
We would like to recognize one more extraordinary member of the Landmark community. Jill Hinckley, will you come up to the stage? You can at least stand if you don't want to come up here. For 39 years, Can you tell how much we love this person? So we would like to recognize Jill Hinckley. For 39 years and currently the Assistant Vice President of Academic Affairs, has been a steady presence at Landmark College, attending 78 graduations and never losing her passion for this work or her unwavering commitment to students. She has mentored countless faculty and staff members, helped shape the college's continued growth, and has always been the person we turn to for wisdom, guidance, and support. While we are grateful that Jill will remain connected to Landmark as a faculty emeritus, it is difficult to imagine daily campus life without seeing our mentor, trusted colleague, and dear friend. She will be deeply missed, but we are excited for all that lies ahead. And as Mary Oliver so beautifully asked, tell me, what is it that you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Best wishes, Jill. We love you. We have a plant up here for Jill. Of course, it weighs about 50 pounds, and I clearly didn't follow my own advice I give to my husband, always go with the jewelry. We'll get that out front for you.
At this point, I would like to ask our graduates to stand. By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the Associate of Arts degrees in General Studies and Liberal Studies, Associate of Science degrees in Biology and Computer Science, Bachelor of Arts degrees in Communication and Entrepreneurial Leadership, History, Integrated Arts, Liberal Studies, and Psychology, and Bachelor of Science degrees in Biology and Computer Science on this day, the 16th of May, 2026. I hereby present the May 2026 class of graduates who are officially welcomed to the Landmark College Alumni Association. You may flip your tassels. At this point, I'd like to invite students Ethan Lyles and Macy Shellberg and the Director of Alumni Relations, Tricia Stanley, to the podium to present the class gift.
All right. On behalf of the graduating class of spring 2026, it is our pleasure to present Landmark College with this check for $1,226. My fellow graduates have designed or designated our fundraising to support two initiatives. The first is designated towards the growth and infrastructure of Landmark Voices Media. The programs that so many of us have enjoyed, been impacted by, and seen grow during our time here are exciting, and we are excited about the program's future vision. Second is scholarship support in honor of a future Landmark Shark so that they can be afforded the same opportunity as we have had to succeed in a neuro-inclusive environment. This total reflects the collective efforts of donations and service from the graduates and the Student Alumni Association. We are honored to present this gift as a sincere demonstration of support for our college and a way to express our gratitude for all that Landmark College has provided us.
Please accept this gift to Landmark College as a token of our sincere appreciation for all that you, the faculty and staff, have done to enable us to reach this moment. Thank you. Well done.
Good afternoon, my alumni. Yes. On behalf of Landmark College, the Office of Alumni Relations, and the Alumni Association at large, we are proud to officially welcome you into our alumni community. This year reminds us just how powerful that community is. As we wrap up celebrating the college's 40th anniversary, our alumni showed up in meaningful ways. They returned to campus to share their stories, mentor students, build connections, and remind us that Landmark College is not just a place to attend, but a community we carry with us for life. Most powerful is what our alumni sharks have been doing out in the world. There have been some misunderstanding about our neurodiverse community out there, but let me just tell you, something important. Our alumni are not sitting quietly on the sidelines. They are leading, building, advocating, and changing the conversation every day. We have an alum who just passed the bar and is beginning her career in special education as an attorney. We have an alum who founded a K-12 online school specialized for neurodiverse individuals. We have 2 alumni performing on Broadway in a neurodiverse theater troupe. We have an alum who's leading the way in New York City, making adaptive clothing. We have another alum who is recognized nationally for creating a telehealth system supporting youth and learning differences online for mental health needs. We have an alumnus who is the keynote for the Learning Disabilities Association of America National Conference this past winter. We have an alumna who's the director of understood.org. We have countless alumni teaching in classrooms across this country. 27 are alumni working right here doing that. Many of whom are doing so that nobody gets left behind, or because they had just one teacher or professor or advisor that believed in them when nobody else did. And yes, we even had an alumnus who appeared in the Jeep Super Bowl commercial as a talking fish, but not exactly advocacy, but still pretty cool. So what does this mean for you? At this point, this is a powerful, passionate, and deeply connected community, and now it's yours. Every single one of those stories started right here, where you are sitting today, leaving a place that understood you, maybe for the first time, and stepping into a world that has a lot to learn from us, a lot. Your job is far from over. Your job is to shape it, stay connected, lift each other up, be proud of how you learn, how you think, how you lead, and how you show up, most importantly. I welcome you to the Landmark College Alumni Association. We have been waiting for you. Congratulations. I now ask you all to please join the band and our chorus in singing the Alma Mater, which you can find on the back of the program.
Enjoy the colors of the change.
I would now like to invite Barbara Epifanio, the chair of our Board of Trustees, to the podium to deliver the closing remarks.
Got to get straightened out here. As we come to conclude this morning's ceremony, I am keenly aware that I am the one thing standing in between you and a delicious celebratory lunch, so I'll keep my remarks very brief. Now, at the risk of stating the obvious, this is the season for milestones. Not only here at Landmark, but at colleges and universities across the country. It is the time to reflect and pay tribute to the important journey made and to the goal achieved. It may at times seem a foregone conclusion and expectation that we are all here doing what we should be doing. That is, paying tribute to the accomplishments you graduates have made, and rightly so. But we remind ourselves that what we do here today is far from routine or commonplace or expected. None of you reached this moment because you were just expected to earn a college degree. No, many of you were told a long time ago not to have that expectation or aspiration. Better to just give up and do something else. Very fortunately, you did not heed such so-called advice. Instead, you, the graduates here today, fought for your path here at Landmark. You did battle to achieve your goals. With the support of your family and friends, teachers and counselors, and countless others in your network, you persevered to come to this moment. And I know it was far from easy. As the parent of a neurodiverse learner and fellow Shark from the Landmark class of 2019, I know many sacrifices are made along the way, and many individuals are instrumental in supporting us along our chosen path, whatever that may be and however long it may take. As you prepare to leave Landmark today, embarking upon a new chapter, I urge you to continue to persevere and work hard and continue to seek the help of others. It does indeed take a village for us to get to where we are going. As I mentioned a moment ago, this is the commencement season for many. I had the pleasure last weekend of attending my niece's graduation from the University of Richmond. One of the commencement speakers there was a Richmond alum, Kobe Turner, from the class of 2021. Mr. Turner is a professional football player with the Los Angeles Rams. His story of perseverance is a compelling one, and without going through all of it here, I will leave you with a few of his pearls of wisdom that he shared with the audience last Saturday. 1, be mindful that we do not grow in comfort. 2, continue to prepare, persist, and push forward. And finally, know that you are enough, and the world needs you as you are. Those 3 directives really resonated with me and sounded a bit familiar. While the University of Richmond espouses the spider as its mascot, I think Mr. Turner may really be a little more like a shark. So to the great class of 2026, keep spreading the news of Landmark. Continue to be who you are. Don't forget to return here. We can't wait to see what you will do next. Congratulations.
This moment, I'd like to just take another 30 seconds to acknowledge and thank everyone who was involved in arranging the last day and a half of events. These things just don't happen by themselves. All kinds of folks from all kinds of offices came together to help us celebrate the May 2026 class. So let's give them all a big hand. And as Barbara mentioned, what's next is a reception. So following the recessional, we'll invite you all over to the tent on the quad to continue our celebration. The May 2026 class of Landmark College graduation is hereby concluded.